Hello my friends and Happy New Year! It's just 7 hours left until 2024 for me, and I decided to sit down with you and talk about 2023, how this year went, and maybe some of the mistakes that I did, and also to share some of the accomplishment with you, and just to see this year, and also to discuss some of my New Year's resolutions, because I actually have some. I created a vision board for probably the first time, like the real vision board in my life. So I'm gonna share something with you, and actually this video is super unplanned. I don't have any script, so we will just see how it goes. So let's get it started. Let's firstly remember this unforgettable year. I met 2023 in Tbilisi, Georgia, and even though it started not so bad, I met it with some of my friends, we watched some movie, ate a little bit, and then I came to another friend of mine and we just played cards until the morning. Nothing so special, but it was comfortable, it was good. But probably January was the worst month for this year because I had no place to live. The thing is that the prices for apartments in Tbilisi was so high, higher than in Europe and closer to American prices, because many Russians left the country because of the war and traveled there and lived there. So the prices were extraordinarily expensive, and I've been moving from place to place to place to place. It was so stressful, and this was probably my look for the first few weeks. I got very sick and I was alone, in my Airbnb. Then I needed to move to another Airbnb. I had a very high temperature, and in these moments you want someone to take care of you, but I was alone. It was just very, very difficult. But then it started getting better. I was about to move to Armenia, even though I didn't really want to go there. But then my YouTube colleague Natasha offered me to stay in her place, which I am so grateful for. And even though it started getting better, I always felt so horrible bringing inconvenience to other people. I always tried to go, all the time outside, just not to bother them in the apartment. And even though they were super nice, but this feeling, it was horrible. But I couldn't rent something expensive because I was actually saving money for education in the USA. That's why I had no other choice. Also, during this time, I've been working almost every single day for a Ukrainian charitable educational startup, if I can say so. We've been helping Ukrainian kids who left their country and who didn't have access to their schools to continue their education. I still participate in this project. We have huge goals for the next year, because next year we already plan to help kids from all around the world to get access to a decent education, and also to the community of students of same age who will be able to support each other. So I'm super happy to participate in this project. But yeah, the fact is that I've been working and studying almost every single day. I was getting very tired, and in the top of that, it's all the time moving from place to place, so it was very, very stressful. But probably the best thing of the winter was going to Uzbekistan. The trip was absolutely amazing. I never traveled in such area before in my life, so it was so interesting to try local food, to talk to local people, to experience these ancient towns. I have 2 videos from this area, so check it out if you haven't seen it. I absolutely love those small documentaries, and I also hope you're gonna love it as well. After I returned from Uzbekistan, it was time to move on. I came to Turkey to solve some of the banking issues which have followed me all these 2 years, but I met some of my friends, so it was nice to see them. Then I returned to Russia, and honestly, this time it was still so stressful. It was the end of February, beginning of March. There was so much uncertainty in my life, which was just killing me. I often look like that, which of course you don't really show in social media. You all call me so positive, but the reality, most winter I spent in this mental condition. And the thing is, I was getting into American universities, but I wasn't getting good scholarship, which will be able to cover the cost of education. I already accepted the fact that if I wouldn't get a good scholarship, I'm not going to apply again to any other universities, because it was already the second year since I was applying, and the first year I didn't go anywhere because, again, political situation, banking issues, and etc. So I decided that I already accepted the fact that if I'm not getting it, I was just gonna move to Buenos Aires and gonna live in South America for some time. You might ask me why I came to Russia during the winter, and the thing is, I had one family matter which I wouldn't like to share yet, and I needed to be in Moscow to help my family with. Also during this time I was applying to a Schengen visa, because at least the good news that my mom's friend, she has an apartment in Barcelona which was free, and she offered me to stay there for free, which I am incredibly happy, Svetlana. I have no words. Спасибо вам огромное. So I spent in Moscow around 1 month. It was alright. I wouldn't say it was so good. It was still so stressful. And the thing is, I've been working and studying every day. I've been incredibly tired. Then I got the Schengen visa. Good news. And I was about to go to Turkey firstly to spend some time with one of my YouTube colleagues there, and then go to Barcelona. But during this time I had a mental breakdown in the airport for the first time in my life. I never had this. I've been crying for 6 hours. I've been shaking. I could not stop doing that, and it was horrible. I absolutely hope that none of you gonna experience this. So yeah, winter and the beginning of spring was awful for me. Like mentally it was awful. Obviously some people are going through much worse, but I've been probably in the worst mental shape I've ever been in my life. But then I came to Turkey. I decided to travel a little bit to visit some other Asian towns. It was very interesting, but still I wasn't so good after this mental breakdown. But then in the beginning of April happened this. I received an email from a dean of business school in New York that I got the scholarship which will fully cover the cost of my studies for 2 years. I've been reading this email for like 10 times. I showed this to other people. I'm like, please tell me I'm not making a mistake. But it was true. And when I already came to Barcelona, knowing that I'm gonna move to the USA in autumn, a completely new chapter of my life started. First of all, I start feeling much relaxed when there is some certainty in my life. I met some of my friends which I haven't seen because of the pandemic. I lived in one of the most beautiful cities in the world, and I was able to save some money. I traveled a little bit around Spain. I visited the hometown of my best friend. We came to Andorra, one of the tiniest countries in the world. It was amazing. I also have a video about this, check it out. Then I came to Serbia to apply for American visa. Again, it was super stressful, but the good news that I received the visa. So the next 3 days I just spent in my bed, guys. I couldn't do anything. I was just ordering some food to home, and I was just watching some series. That's all. I wasn't mentally ready to do anything else. But after getting my passport back with the American visa, I returned back to Barcelona. I took a 1-week vacation from the work. I visited Ibiza with my Spanish friend Ingrid. It was an amazing trip, amazing memories. And when I already returned to Spain, probably the next 2 months were the happiest of this year. There were already not so much work for the project, so I was able to relax a little bit and just focus on YouTube. I traveled around Spain a lot, visiting absolutely amazing places. I hiked. I saw some waterfalls, lakes, small cute towns. It was amazing. So I can surely tell you that my mental state improved gradually after all the stress. Like I start feeling like myself again. And after Spain, I came to Turkey again just for a few days. Again, banking issues, nowhere without them. I again spent some good time with my friends, and I came to Moscow for around 3 weeks to spend time with my family, with my best friends, with my baby boy Lucky, before I moved to another continent. After that, my life completely changed. I moved to New York. Okay, first 2 weeks were still a lot of uncertainty, a bit stressful because we've been looking for the apartment, but when we got this, it was August 20. Completely different story. I had my own place. I finally have my own apartment. Guys, I'm so happy. I was so happy to decorate this. And here I would really like to thank my Patreon community who really helped me to buy some furniture here. Guys, you're absolutely the best, and you're the best community I could only dream of. Thank you so much. In September, my university started, my classes started. It was something absolutely new. I met so many people from all around the world. And I think I finally started to live the life I always dreamed about. I spent my 25th birthday riding a helicopter with an open door around New York. Oh my God, it was unforgettable. I was screaming from happiness, I was jumping. It was one of the happiest moments of this year. Also, then I came to my home and we just spent celebrating my birthday with some of my new friends on the floor. Again, this was obviously nothing so special, but it was so comfortable and so cozy. I love it.
I also had the chance to travel a little bit to different places in the States, but university always been a priority for me.
Honestly, I didn't even expect it gonna be that difficult to combine work, different jobs, and also universities in the same time, and also YouTube. So November I spent in my bed just working, and I didn't publish many videos, I didn't talk to so many people, and it was actually a mistake. I tried to do my best, like to not cut off people from my life, but it was difficult. It was a good lesson. Now I try to take a day off at least once in a week, and after I start doing that, obviously I start feeling better. So guys, please don't repeat my mistakes, don't overwork. To relax, it's so important, and I'm trying to do this now a little bit more often. But I can definitely say that December was better. I spent this with some of my friends. I passed final exams very good. I got all A's. And even for the accounting, I got an A. This is something like, wow, like even I didn't expect this, because in every single video from USA, I've been sharing how I was struggling with it, but I did this. So, oh my God, well, for that, I just need to say cheers. But even though I was thinking that I'm gonna finish this year with some positive life, unfortunately, during the Christmas time, my baby boy Lucky almost died. He had inversion of intensities. I have no comments here. Like, all my family cried, and it was so difficult because also it happened during the night very quickly, and there were no surgeons in the vet clinics, and we called one of the surgeons who saved Lucky several times before, and he came during his day off from the countryside. He came to operate my baby boy. We were incredibly grateful for him, because not many people will do that. And he was able to save Lucky again. Oh my God, I'm just gonna cry, because unfortunately it was very serious operation, and he's very old already. He's 14 and a half years old, so he still has just 50% chances to survive. Very difficult, but we tried to stay positive. We did absolutely our best to save his life. He is taking antibiotics, and we really hope, I'm afraid to jinx it, but we really hope for his full recovery. The end of this year, because of this moment, was super sad. I canceled most of my plans, but the most important thing that we met this year with him. It's absolutely best gift. As you can see, total emotional roller coaster, from absolutely worst to absolutely best moments. And to be honest, I'm very happy this year ended. I hope next year it will be better mentally, and this is actually one of the goals for me, is to take care of myself mentally, not to worry about small things and not my people, if I can say so, because this year I've been worried a bit too much on that. I still will never forget this year, because that's the year where my life completely changed, and I moved to the USA to study MBA, even though in the beginning of this year I even had no idea if I would be able to do so. I would really like to also share some of the mistakes that I did, and actually the mistake of this year, the biggest one, was moving to Georgia. Even though I moved in the end of previous year, but yet it wasn't the right choice. I should think better about that, because all the Russians came to Georgia and the apartments became so expensive. Now I think about this, like I should go to travel in Asia. I have not explored Asia almost at all, and I had this chance when I've been working online, and I could do that in this time of my life, because now I'm already studying full-time, so for the next years I wouldn't be able to do so, and after that probably I will start working, also wouldn't have a chance to do so. And I had this chance. I could explore Asia. And the thing is that the apartments there are so affordable. I would be able to afford living there. Even if my other friend would return back to Russia, I would be able to stay there alone without being in this very unpleasant situation as the one I end up in Georgia. And also this year it seems as I worried and cared for the wrong people a bit too much. I shouldn't have done that. It was destroying my mood so often that I should have just let them go and don't care. Well, I'm choosing that next year I'm letting all not my people let go. I know that my community, my friends, they're gonna stay with me no matter what. So that's the goal. Even though it seems as I accomplished quite a lot this year, but I don't feel so. Maybe I'm too hard on myself, but I always feel like I'm not doing enough. Do you have this feeling that no matter what you do, you're just not doing enough? I'm experiencing this all the time. I already hope that I'm gonna grow my YouTube channel for 100,000 subscribers. Didn't do that. I was hoping, and I always felt that there is something wrong with me, that I'm not doing such an interesting videos, and these thoughts, they were just killing me. Also, I was already expected that I'm gonna visit 50 countries. Didn't do that. I was hoping I'm already gonna start my own business, and even though in the end of this year I tried to do so with other people, it didn't work out, so again I feel like a failure a little bit. So in the end of this year I created a vision board, how I see my life, about the work, about my mental state, about personal life, some of the hobbies, and also about travels. It's not just for the next year. I think probably it's for the next 5 years. I really hope I will be able to buy my, at least small, but my flat somewhere, which is gonna be my home, maybe in the USA, maybe in some other countries, I don't know, but to create my own home. And I hope to buy a car, to travel to Antarctica, to go kayaking there, to climb Kilimanjaro, to have a breakfast with giraffes in Kenya, to visit a festival in Rio de Janeiro, and some other trips. Speaking about my New Year's resolution, honestly, I hope that 2024 is going to be my year. I will do my best for that. I hope I'm gonna pass all the exams in my university and gonna keep this scholarship. Obviously, education right now is my priority. I hope I will be able to travel around states, because oh my god guys, you have such beautiful and amazing country with so many wonderful people and absolutely breathtaking places. I even hope to have a cross-country trip one day by car. I don't know if I will be able to do it next year, but I will try to do so. One of the most important things is that I want to try surfing and also learn how to ski. And in addition to that, I want to learn Spanish, at least until B1 level. I've been trying to study this language for so many years, so right now I already found a very cheap private tutor, so I'm gonna do my best for that. And one of the main resolutions for the next year is to grow somehow my YouTube channel. I put so much of me here that I really want to see that it's growing. I hope I will create some business plans for some of my ideas. I'm planning to participate in entrepreneurial competition at my university, and if I win this, I'm gonna get some cash for the projects. Really hope so. And one of my thoughts is to create my podcast. I really hope it's gonna be connected somehow to life in different countries, probably bringing the cultures together. one of the main things that I'm trying to do on my channel. By the way, my friends, could you please share in the comments of this video what would you like to see in the podcast, what subjects to discuss, what maybe some of the guests. I would really appreciate this if you would give me some ideas. Probably it's going to be the end of this video. It's turned out quite longer than I expected, but I really felt like talking to you and I really enjoyed this. And I would really like to wish you absolutely the best in the new year. I hope your dreams gonna come true. You're gonna experience many amazing moments of your life. And of course, please guys, travel as much as you can. It's absolutely worth it. Happy New Year. Cheers.